Hi friends. I have a little difficulties with this video because I really do not know how much I should say, because in a way some would say it's none of your business, but at the other side I feel it's a very good example for a narcissistic abuse. And why I can tell about it is because it's so close to me as it can be, and it is hurting my children, and it can end up hurting them even more later in life, both mentally and on the finance. But I do this because I want to tell people about how a narcissistic behavior can be in this direction, but also to make people see how tricky those cases are. But sadly, I also realize that what this is about is the way the system has allowed it to be, by making different kind of rules in different kind of directions that can give people problems and make people fight. But I'll try not to go so much in private details, but I think it's time that people in general and the system try to look a little bit more into the narcissistic behavior and the psychopathic behavior, simply to make it stopped, to go in and do something about it. Narcissistic and psychopath is actually a mental disease. We are so good to jump on those with mental disease who break down, but those who have mental disease that harm others and lift themselves up, those we don't look down on in the same way, because many times we do not realize the harm they are doing. And that's because our mind is being tricked by them. But it's really a difficult situation. I feel I'm in a difficult situation, but I know, even though my children think their life is okay, and it's just, I assume they just think it's mom who's the problem, but I sit here and think, oh my God, my children is in such a bad situation where they are actually harming themselves and they cannot see it. It really is, it's a real horror movie we have ended up in. Where it's difficult to figure out who's really the bad one here. I think Michael Jackson, he gave us a little hint here Bad is touching the letters ICH, ich, in German means I. It's about the ego. Some are bad guys or girls, and some are charming trolls. And my children's father, he was and is a charming troll. Yeah. Charming trolls are some kind of hypnotists. They charm you into trolling you. And they can charm others into trolling you in a bad direction also. But I really think my children are in a bad trap. Gold nuggets, which are only gold for the dad in our situation. Some say money don't grow on trees, but they can do, I can say. You can get many money out of who you are in family with, and how good you can use them, or how good you are to help each other, or harm each other. Old and New Testament, a puzzle that shows a cross. I'm sure that I have been crucified, and I think my children's dad and his wife are in the middle of crucifying my two children. Testament, proof, evidence, certificate. Here we have the word arve, which I want to show some examples with. Arve, you can arve. When a person dies, you can arve money and things. But there are also, in a life, you can arve a behavior, or maybe a big nose or something like that. But when we talk about children and child stealing, they always mention i barnets tarv, in the best interest of the child. We have this word tarv, which many really do not understand what does that mean. And there are different meanings about what is best for a child in a certain situation. There are no more certain definition where you can say definitely this is the best. We have a word, tarvelig. Let's take this Finnish T. I'm pretty sure it's often used as target. You target the owl. You target what you can get from a parent, maybe both financial and what kind of heart and mind the child will end up to get. Tarvelig, tracky, and I really feel the system is tracky. when they hunt a parent away. And a parent is tacky if they hurt children in this past parental alienation situation because of their narcissistic behavior. When I search the first one that come is SOS Børnebyerne, some who have some of the stolen children, and many give them money. It's a subject on its own, this organization. This is tarveligt. Here they want people to donate their arv to do good for others. Here we have the bubble symbolism, a lawyer who wants to make papers about the arv, what you want your belongings, how they should be given away to things and others. But there's something called uskiftet bo, not changed living. It's something you can sign, so a person who get widowed can be allowed to stay in the house if when the husband or the wife died. And that was what one of my children told me they have done. And let's make a video where we go a little bit more into that.